You've done everything right. Maxed out your Roth IRA, stacked your 401k, built six figures in the market. But what no one tells you is this. The IRS is still your silent business partner. And every year, their cuts gets bigger and bigger. So in today's video, we are putting two strategies head to head. IUL versus Roth IRA. Because one of them quietly limits your future and the other can help you fire the IRS. Legal. Hello, my name is Robert Balgach. I'm the founder and CEO of Black Swan Insurance Group. And since 2017, we've helped over 20,000 families protect their wealth with properly structured index universal life plans. And what you're about to see is exactly how we design these strategies for doctors, tech executives, attorneys, and small business owners earning $150,000 or more. Meet Dr. Emily, a top surgeon in the Cincinnati area. 3 kids, married, earning over $400,000 a year. And on paper, she's doing everything right. She maxed out her 401k, funded a backdoor Roth, bought real estate, even locked in a term life insurance policy, just like her financial advisor told. But every time she ran the numbers, one thing kept haunting. Her projected retirement tax bill was over $1 million. And no one had a real answer how to fix that until she stumbled upon a strategy designed for high-income professionals like her, yet almost no one ever talks about it. In the next few minutes, you'll discover how IRS Code 7702 allows tax-free growth and access, why this strategy beats Roth limitations with no $7,000 caps, how to access money without penalties or R&Ds, Roth IRA versus IUL side by side with real numbers, and how the wealthy use this to retire with control, protection, and peace of mind. And you're about to see why the top 1%, like Dr. Emily, don't wait for Congress to change the rules. They work around it. Here's the uncomfortable truth most high-income professionals never hear. The retirement system wasn't built to set you free. It was built to delay the pain until it's too late to fix it. Your 401k kicks the tax can down the road and hands the IRS a blank check to cash later. Your Roth IRA? Great in theory, but capped at just $7,000 a year. If you're earning real income, it's like trying to fill a swimming pool with a teacup. And that's the trap. You're either deferring taxes into the unknown or using tools so limited they barely move the needle. Meanwhile, the IRS quietly stays your business partner, not just when you earn, but when you retire, withdraw, and even when you die. And this is the moment most high-income professionals realize they've outgrown the tools they were told to trust. They've maxed their 401ks, squeezed into backdoor Roth, and still, every year, the IRS finds a way to take more. And that's the problem. Roth IRAs are too limited to build real wealth at high income levels. And 401ks, they're just a ticking tax time bomb. So what if the answer wasn't to keep playing by the old rules, but to use a completely different playbook? It's called Index Universal Life, or IUL. And while, yes, it's technically life insurance, when structured properly, it becomes something far more powerful. A private, tax-advantaged wealth engine, written directly into IRS Code 7702, that lets you grow money tax-deferred, access it tax-free, shield it from market losses, and pass it on as a legacy the IRS cannot touch. So how does this strategy actually work? And why are so many high earners replacing their Roth contributions with it? An IUL, Index Universal Life, is technically life insurance. But when structured correctly, it becomes a private, tax-advantaged growth engine. Think of it like a Roth IRA, but without the $7,000 cap. No income restrictions or market volatility. It builds cash value, which grows tax-deferred, linked to a market index like the S&P 500. Not directly investing it. So when the market rises, you benefit. When it crashes, you're protected by a 0% floor. Your account doesn't lose a penny. That's the growth with guardrails. And for high-income professionals who cannot afford big losses close to retirement, it's not just smart, it's necessary. Now, this is where IUL pulls far ahead, because unlike a Roth IRA, you're not limited by contribution caps, and you can access your cash value 100% tax-free at any age. How? Through something called a policy loan. Instead of withdrawing the money like you would from a Roth and worrying about the 5-year rule or age 59 and a half, you simply borrow against your own cash value. It's not considered income, it's not taxed, and there is no penalty for using it in your 40s or 50s. No R&Ds, no phase-outs, no hidden tax traps later. With a Roth, you're still playing by the IRS rules. With an IUL, you write your own, and that's the power. Liquidity and tax freedom in your hands, not the IRS's. By the way, if you're wondering how this could work for your income, risk tolerance, or goals, we built something to help. It's called the IUL Custom GPT. It's free, AI-powered assistant trained on the exact strategies we use with clients, available 24/7 to answer your questions and even model scenarios based on your inputs. You don't need to book a call right now, just explore, ask, and run your own numbers. And the link is in the description. You might even discover you're closer to tax-free future than you think. Now let's talk flexibility, because this is where the Roth IRA quietly fails high-income earners, and where an IUL runs laps around it. A Roth caps your distribution around $7,000 a year. That's a rounding error if you're making $300,000 plus. And with an IUL, there is no IRS cap. You decide how much you want to contribute, $20,000, $50,000, even $100,000 per year, depending on your goals and how aggressively you want to build tax-free income. And here's something no Roth can offer, a built-in tax-free inheritance. While you're using the IUL to build a private, tax-free retirement stream, you're also setting up your family to receive a multi-million-dollar death benefit, completely income tax-free. It's the only strategy that lets you grow your wealth on your own terms, access it when you need it, and pass it out without giving Uncle Sam a single dime. Now, if you're thinking, this sounds too good to be true, you're not alone. That's exactly what smart people say. That's even what Dr. Emily was saying before she understood how it actually works. So let's break down the top 3 questions I hear from high-income professionals who've already maxed out their Roth IRAs and still feel stuck. Question number 1, is this even legal? Yes, 100% legal. This isn't a loophole. It's codified directly in IRS Code 7702, and these rules were created by the IRS decades ago to encourage life insurance ownership. Today, it's used by banks, Fortune 500 CEOs, even members of Congress, to grow and protect wealth. Question number 2, isn't this just life insurance? Sure, but not the kind you're imagining. This isn't about dying. When designed properly, an IUL becomes a living financial system, a private account that grows tax-deferred, offers tax-free access, and doubles as a tax-free legacy for your family. Roths grow tax-free, but they don't come with a built-in death benefit. Question number 3, why haven't I heard of this before? Because Wall Street cannot monetize it. They can't charge assets under management fees on it, and most financial advisors aren't licensed or trained to offer it. That's not a red flag. It's the reason you've never seen it in your 401k packet. But here's what most professionals miss. If your Roth and 401k are your only tools, you're building on a cracked foundation. Now fast forward 15 years. Dr. Emily is now retired. She's pulling 6 figures a year, tax-free from her IUL. No RMDs, no sequence risk, no more worrying what Congress does next. And her Roth IRA, still there, but limited, capped, spent down. Meanwhile, her IUL continues generating income and protecting her legacy. If something unexpected happens, her kids don't scramble. They don't sell assets. They don't set up a GoFundMe. They receive a tax-free inheritance immediately, because Dr. Emily didn't just plan for herself. She planned for them. And that's the real value here. Not just more money, but more peace of mind, more protection, and more power over what your future looks like. Let's quickly recap what you just discovered. Why Roth IRAs are capped, restricted, and cannot scale with high income. how IRS Code 7702 legally unlocks long-term tax-free growth, how to access your money with zero taxes, penalties, or age restrictions, how the top 1% use IULs for tax-free income and legacy on their own terms, and most importantly, how to break free from Roth's limits and build a future that IRS cannot touch. You follow the rules, you build great income, but let's be honest, those rules were not designed to help you retire tax. Now you know. Roth IRAs are capped, 401ks are taxable, and Wall Street doesn't guarantee a soft landing. But with the IRS Code 7702 and the right strategy, you finally have a different path. One built for high-income professionals who want control, protection, and freedom. So if you want to see exactly how much you could save in lifetime taxes, schedule your free tax-free wealth strategy session with us. We'll show you the numbers, design your custom IUL plan, and give you clarity moving forward. Still doing your homework? Perfect. In the next video, we'll show you the real-world case studies, exactly how high-income professionals are funding their IULs for maximum tax-free income. Because in the end, it's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Enjoy the ride.